Alright, this is deep equality. The rules are you have to write a function that, given two objects, returns whether or not the two are deeply equivalent, meaning the structure of the two objects is the same, and so is the structure of each of their corresponding descendants. And you cannot use JSON stringify. Aw man, that'd be so easy, wouldn't it? Well, let's get to it. Well, first of all, you maybe think you were clever and you had some other easy solution. You're like, oh yeah, just return A is deeply equal to B. Well, no, Donald Trump. Just check your facts. That won't work. And you should look that up. If you don't understand why that works, it's very interesting to learn why in JavaScript. But just know that that will not work. So let's continue. My suggestion and what I would do to solve this is I would pseudocode this first. So as you can see, we have the pseudocode right here. It's very, I think it's pretty straightforward what we want to do. And this pseudocode is written as such where you can translate it line by line into the code that we're going to write. So let's go line by line and translate it into code, and we should have, in the end, some code that works. So first we want to return false if different amount of keys in A and B. All right, so we can set A keys and B keys to be equivalent to what object, the keys in both object A and B, and then check it with an if statement. And what we want to be doing through all these is, I should have said before, we want to basically return false if any of these don't match up. And then in the end, if it passes through all of these Boolean expressions, it's going to return true. We'll see that in the end. So the next is we're going to loop through the keys in A. So we're going to just use a regular for loop because we want to keep track of I. It's not just one collection we're going through. So yeah, we go through all that. All right. And then we want to check to see if the key is a collection. So we're going to be using A keys I a lot because that's going to be our key. And then let's see if if it's not null and the type of is an object, we're going to do some more stuff. Now remember, if you do type of for an object, it'll be an object. But you also do it for an array, it's also going to be an object because arrays are technically objects in JavaScript. So we need one more line just to make sure whether or not they're arrays or not. And that, we can see that below. If they're both not arrays, we want to return false. And below that, we want to recurse again. We want to go into, if they're the both same kind of collection, we want to recurse with deep equals again and see if those corresponding values are also going to be deeply equal. And then else, we want to return false if the property of the key that we're checking is not equal to the property of the B key we're checking. So you can see that's pretty simple. A key, not even a B key, return false. All right, so we put it all together. This is pretty much the same length as our pseudocode, and every line is translated perfectly. And this works. This is all you need.